Oh, when I heard it, I flipped. It was on way over the right of the dial, a station called KBLA. And when I heard it on the radio, I pulled over and listened, you know. I said, God, it sounds great on the radio, you know.
In 1966, the Beach Boys had had this enormous worldwide success with Good Vibrations, which was almost an experimental recording in the way it was pieced together from a number of little fragments and sections. And yet it became probably the biggest hit they ever had. On the heels of that, Brian started producing an album, which he envisioned as taking the approach of Good Vibrations through to an entire album. Something that would be recorded in fragments that would then later be pieced together.
Made me feel inspired to do something like with Van Dyke. And so I thought, you know, well, wow, let's, you know, why don't we take it a step farther? We did Heroes and Villains. SMiLE started with me and Van Dyke when we wrote Heroes and Villains. And then she goes, hey, let's write a bunch of snippets. I said, what are snippets? He goes, they're little fragments of song. I said, well, how are we going to do it? He goes, well, here, why don't you try what you're doing? It just came out of us like butter. We stepped on the gas and really got going. We made some good music.
He's going from Little Richard to Stravinsky as far as the distance musically of the step.
It is for the post-rock and roll generation, for anyone who came of age after the Beatles, he is our classical music. I think in the 60s, a few people took the rock era popular song and totally changed what it could be, what it could mean, how sophisticated it could get, how ambitious it could be. And I think on a musical front, Brian Wilson did it.
We're trying to get people to understand that music is more than just, you know, well, you're gonna do this. No, it's just more than that. Music is deeper, more to rock and roll than just a drum and a bass.
Brian's amazing, the way he kept repeating the most important theme of Heroes and Villains throughout all of the different elements. The Dixieland section in Heroes and Villains. Before we recorded Surfin', back in 1961, we're doing that part. We'd drive to a concert in San Diego, or one of our first shows, and Brian and the guys would sit around. Okay, Al, you're a trumpet. Mike, you're a baritone or whatever, a saxophone. Carl, or I'll be the clarinet. Brian was a clarinet, and Carl, you're the kazoo. You know, da 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 da. That'd be Carl. You know, and I was do 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 do. It was just like we'd do that in the car and make this whole section up. And then here I am hearing it on SMiLE. So it's kind of cool.